Welcome to the Style Chronicles. It's Friday, right? Say hey. Goofies.
It's September 1st.
It is September 1st. We made it through the storm and we are excited to be out.
But there's going to be a little hurricane.
Oh yeah, there's Hurricane
Everything's
Irma
going to straight here.
that the kids are worried about now because that was on the news last night. Anyway, first day we've been out and able to drive around. I had to go into my office and make sure everything was okay. We have no AC, so it was hot. And the kids were really good while we were there because it was a miserable place to be. So far everything's okay. Also trying to get some stuff started because I know I've been telling y'all on Instagram and Facebook and even on YouTube that we were fine. We did not sustain any water in our home as far as flooding is concerned. We watched our backyard and our driveway. I didn't sleep for 3 nights just watching the water rise because I kept thinking if I fall asleep or my husband falls asleep and water comes in our home, the things that we could have like saved, you know, and then the amount of time that you have to get out is lessened by the fact that you were asleep. So I was not going to let that happen. I thought, you know what, if we start taking on water, we can do what we can, salvage what we can, and get out while we still could. And I was confident in that, although the streets around me, we live on a golf course and on a cul-de-sac. Our little area is the highest point of the neighborhood. My neighbors on the 2 main streets in our neighborhood, so the street in front of us and the street in back of us, as well as the side street where we get our access to our cul-de-sac, flooded completely. And some of the most spectacular homes in my subdivision were flooded. Just, I mean, absolute beautiful. And my subdivision is known for Christmas lights. A lot of people come and just look at Christmas lights because we do such a good job of, you know, these huge homes with all these lights.
Yeah, you'll see the traffic.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic around Christmas. And those homes that do those Christmas lights that everybody loves are the ones that sustain damage, because our little cul-de-sac is so quiet around Christmas and even Halloween, just like nothing. Everybody goes to the big houses that surround us. So it's really, really sad. Families that have been there since the neighborhood actually was built that had been flooded out. And our country club opened its doors to residents of the neighborhood who needed to get out and to, you know, evacuate from their homes. So a lot of those people ended up in the country club. And so many of my neighbors have boats, like personal flat bottom boats that they use for hunting or, you know, bird hunting and different things, sportsmanship things that they brought home. And there was a guy on the back side who was literally on Facebook and our Nextdoor app telling people where he was and if they needed help to tell him. And you could see it, like I was watching it play out on my Facebook, that this, you know, these people in my neighborhood stepped up, these guys, and saved so many. I mean, they saved lives. They saved, you know, kids and families out of their homes. And so I just felt confident staying in our house that if we needed help, I knew we could get it quickly and get to a place where we could be safe, which was our country club. So we felt okay staying in our home. We did not feel threatened until, you know, the water started to rise and it was in our yards. And then it was like, okay, but it, just as fast as it would come up, it would recede. So it was okay. But today, we did have water leaks in our ceiling and our roof. So we're gonna have to have a new roof and yard. Stay here. Cracker, get back. Come on, let's go inside. It's like the last place that the dog wants to be is inside. You got everything? Good job, thank you. Cracky, come on. Lots of stuff to clean up. Lots of things to... So we did have a lot of water damage, like I was saying, from our roof. And we didn't want to say anything in front of the kids because we didn't want Eva to scare. She scares very easily. But Friday night, there was water pouring into our living room from the fireplace. And we just put a bunch of metal bowls to catch it. And then when there was a break in the storm, my husband went up on the roof and covered it with plastic to seal off our fireplace from any more water intrusion. And then Saturday he went up into the attic and looked at the areas, you know, just looking for things, and there was some water that was coming in from different areas, pipes and, you know, things that are just, yeah, so our roof is gonna need to be replaced, which is fine. I mean, you know, that's so minimal compared to the loss of others, but it was just, you know, one of those things that we did not want to talk about, we didn't want to freak our kids out about, and we were just extra calm about. I do not like to overreact to situations. I got them Chick-fil-A because we're tired of eating at home. So, and I've actually got to come out and look at the yard. It needs to be trimmed. Mom. Oh, Cracker went far. Cracker! Harper's still wearing her rain boots. She hasn't taken them off for days. A lot of cleanup stuff.
There's someone in the mat too.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Whew. Oh my goodness.
The E on the gas, does that mean it's almost out?
E means empty. When you're looking at gas, E means empty.
And we're at E.
That's not what it means. That's not what it means.
Oh, it means that means you're full?
E means empty. When it gets to the other side of the E, it means full. Yes. Okay? But in school, E means excellent.
Well, I
So
was always an A+.
A plus? Really? I suppose.
Oh, they're gonna have that sign the day he retires?
And started ripping up all the azaleas that were right here. And you can see they're all right there. They just never took off. And they don't even have established roots. They've been there for like 4 years. No established roots. It's just the same ball that we put in the ground when we planted them. So they're all up, which is great because it actually looks a lot neater now. So now I'm picking up all this stuff, and my husband trimmed the bushes, and I've actually cleaned the glass with Windex because I couldn't get to it because of the azaleas. So I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna plant here next, but definitely not those again because that's just sad. Just a waste. A waste. So he's working over there. So we got this little section right here done, and that's gonna have to wait for tomorrow because we're tired. And my babysitter has come outside twice to tell me that she's tired of watching her sister, so we're gonna go inside. But I need to clean those windows, and then all this comes out tomorrow. There's no way. That too, I hate that bush. We used to have one identical to it over here where the girl is. I hated it. So we're finally going to replace them. The only thing that's going to stay are these real pretty Japanese trees. So, and then I'm going to figure out something to plant under there. Nothing I ever plant there works, but you see my neighbor's yard over there? Let me see if you can see it. Oh my goodness. He just had yard of the month. It's absolutely beautiful. His vegetation is just gorgeous. So we have to make some changes to ours. And this is everything that was ripped out so far. It's crazy. So, not fun. Finally made it out of the house, right? Say hi.
I'm gonna go for my
All the way around, buddy? Don't worry, honey. Okay. Dad's over there getting food. Okay, that's fine. You sit there. I'm gonna hold, because I'm holding Harper. Harper here. He's always asleep. That's fine, son. We're not gonna fight, okay? There's no fighting. Oh my goodness. It's so good to be out. Seriously. I know I keep saying that, but it really does. This water, it's so zoomed in. Chicken salad, nuggets and french fries. boudin balls, red beans and rice, and that's crawfish something with boudin in it, which looks good. You want to try one of those, baby? You may. You don't like it? You do. Crazy. Is there a car? There's a car. Let's see. Eva, back out of the way, baby. Y'all can go all the way. Abel, come over here, son. This car's trying to leave. Just come over here. Okay, come on. They have pretty stuff. Yes, these are pretty. I like this leaf. That's nice. What? Yeah, these are cute. Look at the little peppers. Peppers. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch them. Those are tomatoes. Cute. Don't step in the water. Just step over it. Okay. Okay. Good job, buddy. Water. Yeah. Good job. New normal. Having soldiers and Coast Guard members everywhere. It's like our new normal here in Houston. It's crazy. Everywhere you go, there are military men, or soldiers, or firemen, police officers from other cities. It's incredible. The outpouring of aid that came to our city is incredible. I'm in awe. Like, I'm truly in awe of just the love, you know, that came to our aid. It's incredible, really and truly. So, and it's heartbreaking to see a lot of, like in my neighborhood, so much of the houses. It's so heartbreaking. I'll show y'all in a minute. Okay, so this is a little bridge by my house. It's Clear Creek, and it was over the bridge above all these trees for days, literally days. But right here is the worst part of the neighborhood, like the worst hit part of the neighborhood. You can see just the devastation is amazing. I mean, the poor people that... No, because I don't think you can go through. Okay, so you see just these poor houses, like just these poor people. It's insane. I feel so sad. This is my neighborhood, you guys. This is where I live. And we were so fortunate. Seriously. So fortunate, because literally one street over and it was just devastation. Like, seriously, look at that. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful area. And these houses are just gone. I mean, so much of them. It's just crazy. It's crazy what water can do, and how dangerous it is, and how much devastation it can cause. It's incredible. Truthfully. So yeah, these are some of the most beautiful homes in my neighborhood, and they have just undergone such a loss.